Hello and welcome. We are working on equation word problems and we're on slide 18 of your digital notebook. You can print this out or you can follow along and take notes on a separate sheet of paper. So let's look at number 3. The sum of the ages of 3 brothers is 59. Jason is twice as old as Brian. Alex is 5 more than 3 times Brian's age. My question is, how old is each brother? I've got to write an equation, and there's a lot going on. This is not a two-step equation. This is an equation where I'm going to have to kind of look at these 3 brothers and set up each brother's age in terms of one of them. Now, here's how I decide. Jason is twice as old as Brian, and Alex is 5 more than 3 times Brian's age. So what I need to do is set up an equation where it's all about Brian's age being my variable. So I'm going to have my variable be B, and that will be Brian's age. So that's my main variable. Let's look at the other ones. I know Jason equals twice as old as Brian. So that's 2 times B, or 2B. And Alex is 5 more than, so 5 more than 3 times Brian's age, so 3 times B. The final thing I know is that if I add, or the sum of the ages, so if I add Brian plus Jason plus Alex, I will get 59. So let's make this equation all in terms of B. So Brian is just Brian. Jason in terms of B is 2B. And Alex in terms of B is 5 plus 3B. And that equals 59. Now I've got an equation with one variable to solve. So what I see over here are, well, a lot of B's. So I'm going to have to combine like terms. I have 1B, 2B's, and 3B's. 1, 2, that's 6 B's. Plus 5, there are no other constants, equals 59. Now I've got a two-step equation. So minus 5, I get 6B equals 59 minus 5, which is 54. I'm going to divide each side by 6, and B equals 9. So Brian is 9 years old. How old is Jason? Jason is 2 times Brian, so Jason is 18 years old. And Alex is 3 times Brian plus 5, so 3 times 9 is 27, plus 5 is 32 years old. Now to check this, I can put these ages into a calculator, and if I do, I will see that I indeed get 59, which is the sum of their 3 ages. And that's problem number 3. Let's look at number 4. The perimeter of a rectangle is 168 feet. Its length is 5 times its width. Find the dimensions. This is a similar problem to here. I'm trying to set up an equation, but one of the variables I've got to write in terms of the other variable. So whenever I have any shape, I'm going to draw a rectangle. And remember, the perimeter is the around. So I know with perimeter, this is length, we'll just call width. Perimeter, to get my perimeter, I'm going to add 2 of the lengths plus 2 of the widths. So there's my equation. The length is 5 times the width. So my variable is going to be W equals width. And the length is 5 times the width, 5 W's. So let's put that into my equation. So I know the perimeter is 168 feet. I'm going to do 2 times 5W for my L, because The length is 5Ws plus 2W. Okay, I've got to multiply here so I can combine my like terms. 168 is 2 times 5, which is 10W plus 2W. And now I've got to combine my like terms because I got that all multiplied out. I get 12W equals 168. One-step equation here. Divide both sides by 12, and W equals 168 divided by 12, which is 14. So my width is 14. I'm going to just write that out. And you should label your answer, width equals 14, and the length is 5 times the width, so 5 times 14, which is 70 feet. Now, how could I check this? I could add 14 plus 14 plus 70 plus 70, and I would get 168. I would know my rectangle is all okay. I can also look at my measurements, and I can see that I know the length has to be a lot bigger than the width because it's 5 times it, so my numbers make sense. Alrighty, last question on this video is about Mr. Meyer, and he's trying to decide how many pizzas to buy for the 7th grade picnic. If he usually needs 9 large pizzas to feed his class of 26 students, how many large pizzas will he need if there are 204 students in the entire grade? Okay, I'm getting 9 to feed 26. I'm thinking proportions here because I need to know how many pizzas to that number of students. So let's set up a proportion. I like the proportion pizzas to students. So I know that he needs 9 pizzas for 26 students. And how many pizzas, X, will he need for 204 students? This is a cross-multiplying situation. I'm going to cross-multiply 26x, or 26 times x equals 9 times 204. So 26x equals 1,836. I'm going to divide both sides by 26, and I get x equals a not whole number. 70, I'll just round to the 100th, 70.62. So I used a calculator to do that. I can't order 70.62 pizzas because, well, that's impossible. So I have to use my logic and my understanding of the fact that I can't do that. And since I want to have enough pizza for everybody, I'm going to round up. And Mr. Meyer will order 71 pizzas. And that is it for this video. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you for the next one.